Yeah, you got it.
All right, you ready?
Okay, ready.
Good morning, my name is Jess Chamberlain, and my senior project focused on the impact humans have in the environment. According to the United Nations, humans produce 300 million tons of plastic waste every single year. That amount is equivalent to the weight of the human population. So if we were to put every single human that lives on this earth on one massive scale, we would weigh the same to our plastic waste for just 1 year. After reading that statistic, a fire inside of me lit up, and I immediately felt a sense of urgency, and I hope you feel similar. When I started thinking about what my senior project was going to be, I began to brainstorm my past experiences and passions. An experience that jumped into my head was a single-use plastic unit my freshman year. There was an entire week devoted to learning about the impact of single-use plastics and what they were. The topic immediately pulled my attention in and left me thinking about what change I can personally make to better our environment. Hands-on experience that we did during that week, which I incorporated into my senior project, was a trash pickup at Hampton Beach. Although it's easily the worst weather ever to be at the beach all day, it really opened my eyes on how destructive humans can be. I couldn't believe the amount of trash that was left on the beach and not disposed of correctly. I thought to myself, how can so many people be so careless? At that moment, I knew there had to be a change in human habit. When I began researching my topic, I found a pattern in many of the websites, academic journals, and books I visited. That pattern was that so many of Earth's negative changes have all been linked back to human activity. The increase of plastic in our ocean, the rising sea levels, climate change, and more extreme weather has all been traced back to human activity. Human destruction based off activity is an issue that we all need to be more aware of. Throughout my senior project, I researched many ways that we can combat this issue, and I'm here today to share them with all of you. Number 1 is retrieve. One way to make a substantial impact is by retrieving littered waste. For part of my senior project, I was able to retrieve waste in many locations throughout our community. I took some of my friends and family along with me, and almost every single person that went on the pickups with me acknowledged how surprised they were with how much litter there was. I too was shocked by how many people were so inconsiderate. Littering is one of those inexcusable things because of the easy solution provided. In this town especially, there are so many places where you can dispose of your waste properly. According to Oprah.com, if every person picked up one piece of trash today, there would be over 300 million less pieces of litter. Think of that number, 300 million. Think of how effective human can be if every person just did one small little change. Think of how many pieces of trash wouldn't enter our oceans, wouldn't disrupt ecosystems. So I ask you, next time you're walking around Main Street in the Target parking lot and you see that piece of litter, pick it up. Every single act helps, big or small. Number 2 is reuse. Another change that we're all able to make to better our environment is replacing our single-use plastic items with reusable alternatives. Decreasing the amount of plastic in our environment will create lots of positive change. Single-use plastic has been traced back to the increase of greenhouse gases, which is the leading cause of climate change. Some of the reusable alternatives that we can all make is by replacing your plastic water bottle with reusable ones. Not only will you save money, save the planet, it'll keep your water nice and cold. Bringing reusable grocery bags to the store with you rather than using the ones that stores provide offer great benefits. According to National Geographic, a cotton reusable bag can be reused 131 times to a plastic bag's one use. Another alternative to single-use plastic are reusable straws like metal ones. Plastic straws are one of the most littered items on Earth. Making the switch to reusable ones will help the environment and ecosystems greatly. Plastic straws are small and can fit in little places and are known to harm animals firsthand. Number 3 is rot. One last change I'm offering you today is composting. The importance of composting is something that I was able to see firsthand. I was able to host a trash and lawn day last week at the middle school with the help of the Northeast Resource Recovery Association. The event was a hands-on experience that focused on waste management. After students, myself, and teachers were done sorting and getting our hands dirty with the days before trash, the amount of food waste that could have been composted really jumped out to all of us. Composting is a very easy solution to decrease your waste to better the environment and on the planet. The composted food can enrich soil and even reduce the need for chemical fertilizers. It is a simple way to keep waste out of landfills and the environment. Not only did the Trash and Lawn Day bring awareness to composting, it also impacted the way people think. The faculty and students involved took away lots of knowledge from that day. They were able to see firsthand the impact they are making on the environment and the change they could make. And for some, it sparked a realization on what they can personally do. I want to wrap up my presentation with a reminder that we are all guests on this planet. The Earth was here first, and we must treat her with the utmost respect and care. After all, the Earth was here long before us, and we cannot be the reason she stops being the Earth we know and love. In order to make a change, it starts with a catalyst that can be every single one of us. Whether it be big or small, your impact can help and will help. Like sociologist Margaret Mead said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Thank you.